welcome to another edition of Tuscaloosa Talks. I am here, most of the time we talk about championships. We're talking about that football team down the road. But right now, right here is 2321 University Boulevard. We're talking about Urban Bar and Kitchen, who just recently was announced by USA Today as one of the top 47 restaurants in the United States and the #1 restaurant in Tuscaloosa. In the state of Alabama, right here from Tuscaloosa. Hey, congratulations. Gary, congratulations. Grover, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
So let's jump right in to winning this. How did you find out you were the state champion and one of the 47 best in the United States?
Well, I think our stories will be a little bit different as to how we found out. I got a text from one of the business leaders here in town, and he texted me. He said, "Congratulations." And I texted him back. I said, "On what?" And he sent the article, and I was like, wow. And from that point on, my whole day was just completely like, what just happened? And probably several minutes after that, that's when I got a text from Grover.
Yeah, a young lady walked up to me and told me congratulations, and I was like, I wonder what? And she told me, and so as soon as I got through talking to her, I immediately got my phone and Googled it, see what was going on. And I screenshot it and sent it to Gary, and that's when me and him started communicating, and here we are today.
Yeah.
What's it been like? You Grover?
It's a blessing. It's a blessing. That's the only word I can use for it right now. It's a blessing. I still haven't fully processed it yet because we haven't had time, but it's truly been a blessing.
Yeah.
A lot of support, a lot of congratulations, and like I say, it's just a blessing.
Yeah. The response from the community has been overwhelming at times. We've gone through periods of times where, on a general daily basis, our wait is 15, 20 minutes. To send waits go up to 45 minutes to an hour and so on and so forth. So the response from the community has been great. And I truly appreciate our team as to how they've stepped up and accepted the challenge with more patrons coming in to dine with us.
So let me read a quote. I pulled this so I could get it right. And I'm trying this without my glasses, so if I stumble through it, just bear with me. I was kidding Dr. Rush earlier. He may have to go stand on University Boulevard to go hold it for me. But this is what Mark Cobbey, a great reporter with Tuscaloosa News, who submitted you as the nominee from Tuscaloosa, said, "Minimalist boho meets industrial is how Urban Bar and Kitchen describes its downtown Tuscaloosa interior. A revamped spot that has offered Italian, Mexican, pub food and fusion over the decades. Southern comfort food blended with taste of longitudes and latitudes summarizes the UBK menu. Gumbo to salmon, surf and turf, pasta to honey garlic pork chops, and gumbo worthy of anything from South Louisiana." That's high praise right there.
Wow.
That is extremely high praise.
Yeah.
And so, how did you determine, because your cuisine itself, it certainly spreads, across I say disciplines. I may not know the correct term for it, but you have a lot of different offerings. So how did you determine this as the menu that ultimately has made you the best in Alabama and one of the 47 best in the country?
One of the things that Grover and I have done, our experience between the both of us probably extends over 70 years between the both of us.
And y'all are so young.
And so young. But we've, from our experiences in the past, we've decided to blend all of that together to come up with the menu that we've had. During COVID, we had some time to travel and got out there and was able to see how other states are doing certain things. Everything from Savannah, Georgia, all the way down to New Orleans and every point in between. So we were able to do that based on some of the things that we found out there. We love some of the cuisines that we found in different cities and states. And certainly our past experiences were able to find the menu that we were looking for here. And that's how we developed the menu that we had. And when we thought about the space, we thought about a smaller menu.
Yes.
The menu just kept growing and growing and growing because there were so many options that we saw, and we saw that the need for downtown and what it was lacking. And we found that we had everything from Italian to burgers to seafood right next door to us at Half Shell. We found that there were so many different things down here, but when we thought about Southern comfort foods, there was not a place like that downtown, and that's how we developed the menu that we currently have.
Yeah.
And we also didn't want to just focus on one type of cuisine. We kind of was all, as you can look at our menu, we're kind of all over the place. And one of my favorite lines I always tell customers: if you can't find anything on our menu to eat, you're not hungry, because we got anything from a chicken finger to a ribeye steak and everything in between.
Right.
And so that's kind of one of the other things that we also focused on. Something for everybody.
I've just got a couple of operational questions. We have so many great restaurants in Tuscaloosa, and you talk to different restaurant owners, and the things that you hear is workforce,
Yes.
having
Yes.
people work, finding people who can, certainly your chefs who can cook, and then getting what you need in terms of the food itself to be prepared. How is that for you? How do you manage it? Because obviously you're the best in the state, you're one of the best in the country, you're doing something really good with this.
Well, as far as employees, we've been blessed enough to have some employees from former years that we've worked with. And we felt like we've always been good to them and always treated them right. And we're kind of like, we are a big family here. And a lot of them contacted us like, hey, we want to come work for you guys.
That says something.
And it does. And a lot of them did. And we've been fortunate on that end. And as far as food, the COVID years was really tough. COVID years was really tough getting any kind of product in. We went from opening from 2 vendors to 5 vendors because nobody had product. And but now things are a lot better. Way more expensive now, but things are a lot better as far as getting product in. So we've been blessed on that end and just kind of keep eye on the market.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Everything that Grover said, I echo. And, it's all about, for us, it's all about how do you treat your staff?
100%.
We talk about it every day. We don't physically give our staff a hug every day, but we give them a hug every day.
Yeah.
Just to let them know how much we truly appreciate them. The other thing that Grover and I do, you'll never see any one of us sitting in the office doing absolutely nothing. No. We're always going to be out here on the floor, helping bust tables, cleaning up spills. If we have to jump behind the bar, if we have to jump in the kitchen, no matter whatever it takes to make sure the guests have the most pleasurable experience. That's what we're all about.
And just to validate that, there hasn't been a time, I've been in here dozens of times, that I haven't seen one or both of you out here talking to customers, working. It sends a message. As a customer, it sends a message that you're involved, you're inspecting what you expect. That's a very powerful signal that gets, and by the way, your team members are as kind as they can be. And that matters.
It does.
Yes, it does.
It does.
You can't enjoy your food if somebody's rude to you.
That's right.
That's right.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, I mean, that's just,
Yeah. We have a quick 5-7 minute lineup every day before we start. And that's one of the things that we harp on. And we talk about the importance of getting it right at the table. Grover and I can't physically serve every table. We can't go back there and cook every meal that comes off. So we expect our team, and we hold our team to a certain level to get out of them what we need to get out of them in order to have the success that we're having.
Okay, so as we're wrapping up, let's do a few rapid fire. What's more busy, Alabama football weekend or parents weekend?
Wow. They're almost close.
Really?
Yeah.
We're seeing the same thing. Parents weekend, from a city revenue standpoint,
Yes.
Parents weekend is actually a lot more profitable
Yeah.
because you don't have to put as much assets out there to deal with it, because there's only so many restaurants you can have on a game.
I honestly would say parent weekend because
Wow.
depending on the time of the games.
True. True.
So if it's a late game, of course, it's not that great because most people want to go ahead and get to the stadium.
Yeah.
But parent weekend is kind of like all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the university's done a really good job of spreading that out.
Sure. Sure.
All right, so next question. If you're back there messing around in the kitchen, what are you going to cook yourself?
Ooh. For me,
What's your go-to?
my go-to is going to be grouper sandwich.
Okay.
Every single time, hands down.
All right.
My go-to used to be the pork chops, but I can't have them anymore because of my wife and him. So I have to leave the pork chops alone. So I'm more of a snacker.
I can pardon that misdemeanor. As long as we keep it a misdemeanor, I can pardon that.
We might have to talk after this.
Okay,
Because they won't allow me that pork chops anymore.
All right, so if you order off the menu, just if you don't fix it yourself, and then those are on the menu, obviously, what else out there? I mean, your go-to.
No, I'm so basic, man. I think
We were talking about that earlier. Me too.
I think we have one of the best burgers in town.
Yeah.
I love our burgers.
Yep.
I really love them. So I probably my go-to would be a burger.
Can you have burgers?
Yes, I can.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I can.
You can have a burger.
I can have a burger.
Yeah, we'll allow them to have a burger
I can have a
too.
burger.
I think mine's going to be gumbo. If I'm going to come out here and dine, which I've only been out here really a couple of times because after working so many hours that we keep around here, man, all you want to do is go home and get in some PJs and call it a day kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I'll put our gumbo up against just about any gumbo anywhere, and so that would be my go-to.
Yeah, the gumbo's good. I like that gumbo. That is really good. So we'll end with this, because I think anyone who's in the restaurant business, they're working 80, 90, 100 hours a week. It's an all-consuming endeavor.
Amen.
What do you do for fun? Grover, we'll start with you. What do you do to relax?
The couch, hang out with my wife. I have a bunch of grandkids, and I kind of like to hang out with them. So now it's baseball season, so now I'm going to baseball games.
Yeah.
So I really enjoy all that.
Do you have to cook at home?
No, we eat out. Get to-go food all the time. To be honest, to-go food.
I hear you. How about you?
Same. We go home and it's kind of relaxed time, man. We'll maybe find a good movie to watch on Netflix or something like that, and it's pretty much downtime after that. Well, one of the things that I do more so than I probably should be doing is that we travel is always going to be at the top of the list. Love traveling, but going out to restaurants and seeing how other people are doing it. It's just a great way to get out in the community, go support local, and share some time with the other business owners and see, some of the challenges that they're experiencing. Hopefully, we can get a little iron sharpens iron kind of thing, and I can, share some of our stories and battle wounds that we have over here with them, and vice versa.
We have so many great local restaurants, and for a city our size, and and so I think that is really, really, really a great something you shared with us. That's interesting. You go out, you take a look. I say competition, but as busy as y'all always are, and as busy as I see these other local restaurants, I think there's plenty of patrons out there who are ready to
absolutely
be successful.
Absolutely, we don't look at any restaurant as competition. We look at it as a community, and we've never looked at anybody. Oh man, a new restaurant's opening up. Let's do this and let's do this to make sure people are going to continue to come here.
Yeah,
we welcome other restaurants to come, because the more people that are able to go out and dine, we feel like we have an even more success rate, because people are out and about. They're going to try out this place and this place. And so we find ourselves in a community versus competition.
Well, maybe as we're closing up on the podcast, they'll cue up "We Are the Champions" by Queen. But we were talking about this, I guess, off air. But if somebody wanted, it's not just coming into the restaurant. You have a huge catering operation.
Yes.
Somebody wants something catered, how do they get in touch with you?
Just go to our website, urbanbarandkitchen.com, private events tab, and it explains everything in great detail, how you can contact us and get us to come to you.
Well, Grover Rhymes, Gary McGee, and the city of Tuscaloosa, know this: you've got champions sitting right here to the right of me. If you haven't been to Urban Bar and Kitchen, check them. Look, people are already calling. We're already excited about it. Hey, we are excited as the city of Tuscaloosa to welcome another championship into our community. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
This has been another edition of Tuscaloosa Talks.